Hi, this video might seem a bit off, but I'm reading a script and I'm not used to doing that. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while now, then you know that I'm way too lazy to make videos anymore, but every now and then something comes along that even my lazy ass has to make a video about. Like, oh, I don't know, the announcement of the next actor to play the Doctor in Doctor Who. And especially now, since that it's not an actor, it's an actress. The new Doctor is female. So, first of all, I want to say that I really enjoyed Peter Capaldi as Doctor. He did a fantastic job. I love the rude, sarcastic asshole of a Doctor that he was. He quickly became my favorite, but now he's leaving. I'm not sad about that. You know, it's natural order. The characters, the actors playing the Doctor always gets replaced after a while. And he had 3 seasons, just like Tennant and Matt Smith before him. The only one who had less was Christopher Eccleston, who only had 1, because he started arguing with people on BBC. Stephen Moffat, the showrunner, he is also leaving, and I'm not the slightest bit sad at that, because as good as he was at writing stories, he was terrible at creating characters. For example, take Bill. I like the character of Bill, but you could tell that when Moffat designed her, he wrote down on a paper, black female lesbian. It's like, good, that's her personality. The personality that Bill had, I felt like Pearl Mackie brought that. I don't think Stephen Moffat created her that way. So I'm not sad that Stephen Moffat is leaving. The new showrunner, however, is Chris Chibnall, who previously made the show Broadchurch. Now, I haven't seen Broadchurch, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Even my mom and my stepdad loves that show. So this seems promising. But I don't have anything I can say about it myself. So, you know, all I have to go on is what other people have said. Apparently Chibnall is planning on doing a writer's room as opposed to a new writer basically every week that we've had with Stephen Moffat and David T. Russell, I think his name was, before him. And I think the writer's room is a really good idea, because that way the episode will be more consistent rather than the fluctuating quality that we have right now. We usually have like a great episode followed by 6 bad episodes and then an okay episode and then another great episode. I think now it will be more consistent in quality. But most importantly, there will be people who can say no to a bad idea, which is something that Moffat really needed. And not just Moffat, fucking Mark Gatiss made just god-awful episode. He definitely needed someone to say no. Like the fucking eye booger episode, eye booger monster episode. Why? But to get to the point of the video, and we're 3 minutes into it, the new Doctor was announced, and it's a woman. The role has been given to Jodie Whittaker, and I haven't seen anything she's in. Barely even heard of her. So I can't say anything about the casting or not. Like, when Capaldi was announced, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. I know what that guy can do. Yeah, it seems promising. With her, this is just a clean slate. I have no idea. I have nothing positive. I have nothing negative. But she previously worked with Chibnall on Broadchurch. So, seeing as he wants to work with her again, that kind of gives me some level of confidence. Because he clearly has confidence in her. If she was a shitty actress and terrible to work with, he wouldn't have wanted to work with her again. So this seems promising. At least Chibnall has confidence in her abilities. So as for the Doctor being a woman, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for a woman. There were some other names floating around for a while, but I wasn't really excited about any of them. And I think it will be really interesting to see what this new Doctor will bring, what the fact that the Doctor is female will bring to this. Because hopefully it won't change too much. Hopefully the fact that the Doctor is a woman won't influence the character completely. I would have no confidence in Moffat doing this justice, because she would probably just bring up being a woman every fucking line she has. Moffat is just terrible at creating characters. But I can't really say that about Chibnall, because I haven't seen anything that he's responsible for. He might be able to do this way better and make a character that isn't a woman first and Doctor second. She's the Doctor first and she just happens to be a woman. I really hope that's the case. And, well, worst case scenario, it can't be worse than Moffat. Now, some articles are writing about how fans are upset about the casting, how fans are angry because it's a woman. So, to bring up a point previously made by Armor Skeptic, when he talked about how people hate the diversity of, supposedly fans hate the diversity of the new Star Trek episode. No, episode, not show. Star Trek show. He pointed out that most of the people complaining aren't actual fans, and even did some digging, looked into the accounts complaining, and found that, yeah, most of them had never tweeted about Star Trek ever before. They were just people who always complain about diversity in TV shows. And I think I didn't do the same work, put the same work into that he did, but I think the same is true here. I think a lot of people complaining aren't actual fans of Doctor Who. I think they're just people who say, what, the Doctor's a woman? I need to be mad about this. Because I think most people who are fans was like, okay. Like, we're used to this. And it's also worth bringing up that there was some controversy when Capaldi was elected as a Doctor. Not because he's a woman or anything, because he's a man, but he's old. And a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of Tumblrites and other people on Twitter complained that the Doctor was old because previously to them, he's always been a young hot guy, even though in the old Doctor Who series, it was always an old dude. But Capaldi, like I said, he was my fucking favorite. This controversy, it's more about people not liking change. I think the fact that Jodie Whittaker is a woman just happened to be the thing they cling on to, just so they would have something to complain about, rather than an actual criticism. And I've seen a lot of people unfairly compare this to female Thor. And I say unfairly because the existence of female Thor is lore-breaking. Aside from some alternate reality deal, there shouldn't be a female Thor. Thor is a name, not a title. It's not something that can be passed on. Picking up the hammer doesn't make you Thor. Now it can make you the God of Thunder, or Champion of Asgard, whatever title Thor has, but you don't become Thor. It's not like Captain America or Iron Man or any other title. It's not a title, it's not a nickname, it's not a code name, it's nothing like that. So, take Miles Morales. When Miles Morales became Spider-Man, he became Spider-Man. He didn't become Peter Parker, he became Spider-Man. But within the lore of Doctor Who, there's nothing to prevent the Time Lord from being a woman. The way I understood it, when the 11th Doctor talked about his old friend, the Corsair, it was not, the ability to swap genders was something rare. Apparently, not everyone else got this idea. That's how I understood it. But since then, we've seen two more Time Lords do the same thing. We've seen the General at Gallifrey, who regenerated into a black woman, and then we've seen the Master turn into Missy. And to tell the truth, Michelle Gomez's portrayal of the Master, Missy, is one of the biggest reasons I'm excited for a female Doctor, because Missy was just fantastic. Missy was an awesome character. And even if it is a rare ability, now that the Doctor has a new set of generations like he had that he got after the 11th Doctor, even if it's a rare ability, that's something he could have gained with that new regeneration cycle. Because I don't remember if it was Capaldi or Matt Smith before he regenerated who pointed out that there's an entirely new set of rules for this cycle, so he doesn't know how he's going to turn out anymore. So even if I was right and it is rare, or if it's not, it doesn't matter. This totally works now. So whether or not this is pandering, it remains to be seen. I don't know. I haven't seen anything from Chris Chibnall. I haven't seen anything from Jodie Whittaker. If she's good, if the character is good, and like I said, it's the Doctor first and woman second, it's just the Doctor just happens to be a woman, it's a good thing. But if he constantly brings up the fact that she's a woman, constantly brings up feminism or stuff like that, yes, it would get annoying. Because that's not what it's about. I loved how Capaldi constantly shut Bill down whenever she brought it up. And it was like, oh, are you getting more food than me because you're a dude? And he's like, no, because I have 2 hearts. And he looks at it and was like, no. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't trust Stephen Moffat to do this justice. He would do a terrible job at a female Doctor. I'm glad that he always said no, because he wouldn't be able to do it. But Chibnall, maybe. I'm looking forward to this. So in conclusion, I really enjoyed Capaldi's Doctor, very much so. I won't miss Moffat, and I'm excited for what Chibnall can bring to see what Chibnall can bring to the table. And I'm cautiously optimistic about Jodie Whittaker, because, well, I don't know anything about her, anything at all. So I'm going to withhold my judgments from this until I've actually seen it. I'm not going to go on the internet and scream and complain, because I have nothing negative to say. I'm looking forward to this. Now, first video in quite a while. Despite what my channel trailer says, I don't make 2 videos a week anymore. I make them like once every 3 months. And I'm currently temporarily living at my girlfriend's place, so I don't have access to my recording software. And I'm also, I don't have access to my editing software. Not that I usually edit my videos that much, but there will be some mistakes in this video that I just leave in there. And I'm also recording this at work, but it's after hours and pretty much everyone's left. At least I had a script this time, so that's why I'm constantly diverting from the camera, because I'm reading my script. But what do you think about this? What do you think about the female Doctor? What do you think about Chris Chibnall as showrunner? Just what do you think about Doctor Who in general? Leave a comment and tell me. I read pretty much every comment, and I answer most of them. Unless you leave like an entire novel as a comment. A lot of people do that, and at that point I don't bother. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate if you could like, and you can subscribe if you want, but like I said, I don't make many videos anymore, so, you know, don't expect another video from me in quite a while. Well, that's all I had to say. So, until next time, I'm Nerdy Guy. Bye!